So if you guys been living under the rock for probably the last like 12 to 14 hours, you probably heard about Helldivers 2 being in a ton, and I mean a ton of hot water with some of the stuff that they're moving forward with. And by that I mean Sony, the publisher of Helldivers, and Arrowhead Studios. And I just want to talk about it a little bit, bring up some talking points, and we'll go from there. So let's get into it. If you guys haven't heard, Helldivers 2 PC players mad about PSN account linking Arrowhead responds. Okay, if you guys don't know, Helldivers 2 players have just been informed they've been, if they're playing on the PC, which a majority of them are, they will now need to link their PSN account to Steam in order to play on the platform as of June 4th, right? I know a lot of people are upset because one of the things that they never mentioned, especially purchasing the game before, is that you would have to link a PlayStation account. This both is or is not a big deal depending on which side of this you come down on. Originally, players were indeed supposed to have PSN linked to the game on the PC on Helldivers 2 launch, but have been delayed for months due to technical issues during the whole window. This is the thing, is this is the first time I am hearing anything about potentially having to link your PlayStation, account to Steam to play this. The other argument is that is that many other games do this as well. Publishers like Ubisoft and EA make you have to link their accounts in order to play their games. Microsoft has players make an account to play Sea of Thieves on the PC. So PlayStation doing this is not wholly unique. Well, this is the problem that you're going to run into. Is that yes, Ubisoft does it, EA does it, Rockstar does it, Microsoft does it, but that's up front. They tell you up front that if you're going to buy this game, that you're going to have to link the account. I have no issues with that. But to come in, 2-3 months after the game has been launched, and being like, hey guys, you need to link your accounts. Now, mind you, I played on my PlayStation. It's kind of shady. It's super shady. However, there's another side to this with two main facets. One is that players simply don't want to make a PSN account. Some just because they don't own a PlayStation or have any PlayStation games, and it's just like any other account to manage. Other site outrageous security breaches that have plagued PSN, which I will admit, out of the big three, Nintendo, Microsoft, and of course Sony. Sony has the worst track record when it comes to their cybersecurity, period, end of story. There was a massive data breach that brought down the PSN for months, back years ago. And then on top of that, they've had massive security breaches since then. But another subset of players don't understand how they can keep playing at all, as dozens and dozens of countries, the world, do not even have access to the PSN. So without some sort of workaround, and one has not been announced, it appears they would no longer be able to play Helldivers 2 on the PC. We'll see if that's definitely true, but it's what they're logically assuming. Damn. That's pretty rough. That's very rough, actually. Helldivers 2 is now facing loads of negative reviews in Steam, dropping its positive percentage by a number of points already. Arrowhead Studio CEO Johanna has chimed in and said chimed in and is less than enthused by the sounds of it. So this is the other argument I keep hearing as well, which really surprises me that nobody else has really touched on, if that makes any amount of sense. Now, mind you, this article is from August 11, 2022. So this article is coming up on 2 years old. And it says right here, PlayStation games on the PC may need a PSN account in the future, right? Mind you, we have God of War on the PC. We have Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales. We've got quite a few, and Horizon Zero Dawn on the PC. And those games still have yet to actually, have you link your PlayStation account. Now, one of the things that I know a lot of people have been harping on is that this might be like the gateway to attempt to try to push players more towards PlayStation, kind of like Microsoft does, because like for the most part, if you have a PC, you have a Microsoft account already. So of course you're gonna, potentially buy Microsoft games. Potentially, right? I'm not saying that there's 100% without a doubt you're going to, but there's a big potential that you might. So this might be a way for Sony to try to get their foot in that door and try to push you more towards purchasing from them. Whether they're planning on setting up a storefront on the PC in the future, time will only tell. But it does make sense because they're always talking about how they want to be able to allow players to have the ability to take saves from the PC and move them over to the PlayStation, so on and so forth. And if it means that you're going to be able to communicate between your PC and your PlayStation 5 or 6, depending on how long this actually takes, I think it's an okay idea. Because, Microsoft does it already with Sea of Thieves and a lot of the games that are cross-platform. And then on top of that, Epic does it as well. You can link your, Epic account, play your, Fortnite, whether it's on your PC, PlayStation, Xbox, it doesn't matter. You have one account across all platforms. I think it's pretty cool. But I do think it is very, very grimy how they're doing this now. Now, why wasn't this brought up when the game was launched? Of course, there was a bunch of server issues. There's a bunch of issues all around with the game. Don't get me wrong. It's a fun game. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, I think that there was a lot of loss in translation because they were just trying to get the game in an operational order to be able to play it. And I'm not going to lie. The first 2 weeks I played the game, because I played it actually quite a bit on stream, was pretty flawless compared to what other people had to experience. Now, of course, I think there was like one, maybe two times where, there was, a queue for me to get into the server, but it wasn't anything longer than 5 minutes. I think overall it's a really good game. But the grimy part about it is people that live in countries that don't have access to be able to set up a PSN account. It's just one of those things, like, they're going to have to go back and really reevaluate this and see, okay, are we actually going to go through with this? Or are we going to give individuals that don't want to set up a PSN account a refund? Let's go full screen. So let me know down in the comments section below. Do you think I'm right with some of my talking points? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think Arrowhead Studio really fumbled the bag here? Or actually, let me reword that. I don't think this is Arrowhead Studio's decision. I think this was Sony's decision because they see a massive fan base that they could potentially, start collecting some berries from. Let me know down in the comments section below. And on top of that, are you one of the players affected? How do you feel about it? You guys take it easy. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.